People. Que pasa, sakpa, say what they do. Welcome to Crime Time News, where the difference is in the meds. Now, people, there's a popular saying. It goes something like this: me a pen and a playpen. However, people, it seems as if the whole of Clarendon extension is not a playpen. It seems as if it is now the wild, wild west. And this is because over a 24-hour span, 10 persons got conned up all over Clarendon. Out of those 10, 8 did not make it. So therefore, 80% of those that got hit up, conned up, them lose them life. However, one specific case, 2 incidents stood out. An incident in a Milk River, in which a son, O'Neil Francis, a taxi driver, lost his life Monday. Fast forward less than 24 hours after Tollgate, Mr. Evan Francis and his wife, Lucia Francis, she lost her life too. It is said that Mr. O'Neil, he was in his taxi doing his job when some people roll up, blaze him up. After the smoke clear, he was gone. The next day, Tuesday, it is said that at about 5 p.m, in the rain, pouring down rain, Mr. Evans and his wife just came home, going through the gate, parking their car, when they were pounced upon by some men. The men blazed them up. People, I have the pictures. None of these pictures qualify for YouTube based on their policy, because all we saw, people lay down upon them face, people lay down upon them back, all sorts of BLOOD are run out of them head, out of them ears, out of them eye. People, it was very bad. However, based on word on the street, when you hear what might be the motive, I am not going to say that you're going to be surprised, but me just say, Jamaica has changed drastically for the worse. There was a land dispute in the Francis family. This dispute was taken to court. They were going to court. It is said that the grandmother left some land, willed some land to the grandson, the son, Mr. O'Neil. It is said that while that case was going to court, the father, Mr. Francis, he was very upset. Maybe the wife too, cannot say for sure. He realized that how my mother leave land, or the granny leave land for my son and not for me. But people, if that was the grandmother's will, the will has to be taken in effect. So therefore, once the court says the granny sign and say, yeah, I want the land I left for my grandson, because I want him to have something when I'm gone. Then the grandson, I go get it, the son of Mr. Evans. It is said that the father was upset. So therefore, they were always going back and forth from court, all sorts of verbal, all sorts of altercation because of this land. And people, you've heard me spoken on several occasions about something that I call DED-LEF legacy. So I want to ask the question, are you going to tell me that Mr. Evans, based on what the street is saying, put out a hit on his son on Monday while his son was operating his cab? Fast forward less than 24 hours, because of Mr. O'Neil Francis losing his life, then put out a reprisal within 24 hours and somebody carried out that attack. Now people, if 2 family members, father and son, cannot sit down, reason out something as it pertains to land, because people, it is pretty simple. It does not matter if you feel as if you forget the land because you are the father. What matters is legal documents. If that grandmother say, the grandson for have it, there is no two ways about it. Get out of your feelings, get over it. However, the bigger issue is this. What would possess, if what they say is true, what would possess a father to plot the takeaway of his son, his own BLOOD? And what makes it even more disturbing is that within 24 hours, I am not going to say that the son had something to do with it. However, it has to be somebody that is associated with the son after the son lost his life on Monday for them to retaliate, reprisal over the son losing his life. The father and the father woman lose them life 24 hours after that in the pouring rain. People, something is wrong with the mentality of Jamaicans. Something is wrong with this DED-LEF legacy. If you did not put in the work, if you did not till the soil and work for this land, how is it that you are going to be fighting over something that you did not work for? People, this just shows you the mentality, the covetousness, the greediness, the evilness, the demonic spirit that is running all over Jamaica that possess people to do stuff like this. People, this is very sad. This is very disturbing. Point blank and period. Now, the next thing that is popping in the news, it is called the violence that happens in volatile communities in Jamaica, in extension, a whole lot of Caribbean and West Indian islands. And the impact that it might have on children that has to live through this on a daily basis, whether they are at home or whether they are at work. People, these children are at a disadvantage whenever they live in these volatile communities. Because if every day you get up, you walk through your door, through your gate, when you look at people you see lay down upon the street, ready to run through everybody's head, everybody knows, everybody face. People, that is going to have an effect on you that is going to be negative. Now, people, I am speaking about a video that I saw, and when I saw this video, I said to myself, based on the accent, based on how clean the school is, I knew right then that it was not Jamaica. However, the message is going to be the same for Jamaica. So apparently, there was some sorts of H0T out, whether it is between the Popo, more than likely between two different factions, two different gangs. And these children can be seen laying down on the floor, face down, flat out. So in case any sorts of stray should go through any sorts of door, any sorts of window, at least they would be safe. And people, based on the voice of this person that sounds like a teacher, it is obvious that she is an expert. It is obvious that she has adjusted. She knows exactly what to do whenever she hears this type of GUNSHOT shot sound all over the place. So people, take a listen, take a look to the audio of the video. Because of YouTube's policy, I cannot show you the video. And then I'll give my piece.
Be quiet, children. Down. Be quiet, children. The other side is answering that. Aisha, down. Down. Children, get down. Get down. Shh. Shh. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Shh. 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 Oh my God. Children, be down. Shh. Shh. Children, just be quiet. Just be quiet.
Now, people, can you imagine your children or you living under those conditions? However, the reality is that in Jamaica and a lot of places, this is what happens on a daily basis. Don't know if the teachers in a Jamaica are trained to even do that, or them just said to themselves, sure, just another day in a paradise. We hear that every day. So therefore, abnormal has become normalized. Disturbing, despicable is now the order of the day. However, we see that in this video, the children them dress up neat, the school look clean, the floor look sparkling. However, just imagine when you talk about some sort of school down at Trenchtown, down at Tivoli, whichever volatile community you can call up in a Jamaica or any other violent place. Imagine what these children have to go through, not only in a school, however, in their daily living. So therefore, their lives are at risk at school. Their lives are at risk coming home. Their lives are at risk when they are home. And why, people? Because of some dunspots, wannabe gangsters that just want to create all sorts of foolishness. They've been doing it for decades. And people, you would have thought that with so many of them losing their life, so many of them getting locked up, things would have changed for the better. However, people, it is getting disturbingly worse. So I say this as a parent or someone that lives overseas. We have to give thanks that, listen, at least our children don't have to go through that. However, as a concerned citizen, world citizen, somebody that is from Jamaica, it is very concerning, it is very disturbing to see how Jamaica and places like that have sunken in the abyss of hell. And people, videos like these proves that, listen, there needs to be some sorts of changes. There is no reason for children to be going through this. And the people that are the violent producers, you have to have some sorts of conscience, some sorts of heart. However, people, we realize that the hearts of men, the hearts of these gangsters, everybody wants to see who can outdo each other, who can be or create the most despicable crimes, affect everybody, the younger generation, the future. It looks bleak, point blank and period. Thanks once again for checking out my video. If you appreciate videos straight to the point, staying on topic, show your appreciation by liking, commenting, sharing and subscribing to my channel. That is how YouTube promotes videos like these to like-minded, sensible persons like yourself. And people, remember, word to the wise, whenever you are rising in life, there are always going to be a set of vipers that see your greatness, see your potential, realize that your ceiling is in the stratosphere. When they compare themselves and see that they lack the talent, lack the ability, because of their insecurity and hate, they are going to do everything in their means to get you down, because that is how they can be up, because they realize that their ceiling is in the cellar, in the abyss of hell, point blank and period.